Welcome to this week's welcome again to this week's edition of the nanobalance call. And today we have some exciting guests with stories, and we also have some exciting research from Krista. And we're going to have some visuals today too. I'm going to give it my best go. So Krista, over to you.
Okay. All right. So welcome everyone. Today we're going to be focusing on how nanobalance can support our cardiovascular health. One of the things that is so amazing about this product is that it can support us in so many ways. And cardiovascular health is one of those ways. One of the things that we're told is that heart disease is the #1 cause of death in the world. Now, whether that's true or not, I don't really know, but it's certainly way up there as a major cause of death for people all over the world. So it's definitely something to look at, and something that when we can find something natural that can support our cardiovascular health, it's an incredibly wonderful gift to be able to have for ourselves and to offer other people. So let's take a quick look through the ingredients in nanobalance and see how these particular ingredients can support our cardiovascular health. And we're going to start with curcumin. You can see there a little bowl of curcumin. You can see the turmeric if you've got your camera on. It's a picture of the turmeric root that curcumin powder comes from. And there's a whole bunch of research right now showing how curcumin can help protect against all of the many steps that lead up to heart disease, or all of the many steps in the process of heart disease. There's a lot of things that happen when somebody has cardiovascular disease of any kind, dis-ease, something out of balance, something that isn't working properly. One of the main reasons that curcumin is so powerful is that it helps to improve the functioning of something called the endothelium. Now, the endothelium is just a fancy name for the lining of your blood vessels. And the lining of your blood vessels, or the endothelium, it's not just there, like lining a piece of fabric or something. It's there for a purpose, and it does some really important work in the body. So one of the things that we know is that endothelial dysfunction is a major driver of heart disease. And what this is when your endothelium, or your lining in your blood vessels, is unable to do its work properly. And that work is vital to your health. The endothelium regulates blood pressure in the body. It regulates healthy blood clotting. It is the main thing that actually pumps the blood, right? So it moves, it contracts the blood vessels to move the blood along, to have it flow through your blood vessels. So the endothelium does all kinds of things. There's not just a lining that sits there. And when this isn't working properly, major catastrophe starts happening to your heart. And so, the other piece is that even if we don't have heart disease, there's lots of ways that curcumin can lead to improving our heart health. It can reduce inflammation. One of the things we know, and we've talked about this a lot, is that curcumin is a major anti-inflammatory and a major antioxidant. And both of these things, inflammation and oxidation, play a major role in heart disease. So the damage that's caused by what we call oxidation, it is believed to be one of the main mechanisms behind the buildup of heart disease in the body. So curcumin is, like I said, it's a powerful antioxidant. It can neutralize all of the free radicals that happen through oxidation. So these are all cells that are unhealthy, and they do all kinds of destruction in the body. So curcumin is able to neutralize those free radical cells because of the way it's chemically structured. But not only that, it stimulates the action of other antioxidants. So it's just this wonderful, amazing thing that we have. And of course, our curcumin here is nanocurcumin, which means that it is almost 100% bioavailable. We get pretty much everything that's in that little bottle, and that is not the case for other curcumin supplements. So we have a huge advantage here. So I want to move on to some of the other ingredients. So this is what you can see here is black pepper. This is how it grows. You see the green peppercorns and the black peppercorns when they're dried out. We use an essence of black pepper called piperine. And one of the things that it's used for a lot is to go hand in hand with curcumin, because it increases the body's ability to be able to use curcumin. Now, in our case, we don't really need that so much. However, the black pepper works with the curcumin so that you get way more results than you would with just the curcumin on its own. So black pepper, again, we've talked about this in the past. It's a powerful anti-inflammatory itself. We just mentioned that inflammation is basically the root cause of heart disease as well as oxidation. So one of the things that piperine does is that it helps to protect the heart. So it's a heart protectant. It helps protect against heart attack, actually. So one of the ways it does that is it protects the heart from inflammatory substances that do damage to the cells of the heart. Another way that it protects the heart is that it regulates what's called lipid metabolism, how the body uses fats, and especially how the heart uses fat, because the heart uses fat for energy. And it uses so much energy. It has to keep beating all the time, all the time, all the time. So in patients that have heart disease, the heart often prefers to use glucose rather than fat for energy, which basically destroys the heart. So one of the things that this powerful little plant does, black pepper, is that it regulates that. So the heart then starts using the good fat that it's supposed to use for energy. It has beneficial effects in hardening of the arteries. It strengthens the heart muscle. helps prevent injury to the heart, and helps prevent the buildup of what we call cardiac fibrosis, which are they're like scar tissues that build up in the heart. So black pepper, weakens all those and helps prevent them forming in the first place. So it's really, really amazing for helping to protect our heart. I was reading a study where black pepper was used. So there was a group of people who, as they became closer and closer to having a heart attack, the scientists were watching how the cells of the heart changed, their structures changed as a person became closer to getting, experiencing a heart attack. When they gave these people piperine, which is the black pepper extract that we use, there was significant reduction in the changes of those cells. They stopped changing in a way that made them unhealthy. So it's pretty astounding. Anyway, enough about black pepper. Let's move on to manuka, manuka honey. Now, this little picture you see here, these are manuka flowers, and they also can be pink and red. These are white ones that you can see here. One of the wonderful things about manuka honey, honey has gotten a bad rap because it's sugar. Oh my gosh, we shouldn't be having sugar. But in fact, honey is an amazing food, and manuka honey in particular. And it is particularly impactful for our cardiovascular health. Now, one of the things about manuka honey in particular is, again, it's a powerful anti-inflammatory and a powerful antioxidant. It's been shown to lower high blood pressure. It's been shown to protect the arteries from plaque buildup. Studies have shown how when people take manuka honey after a heart, injury to the heart, like a minor heart attack or something like that, the honey works to restore healthy cells and healthy blood pressure. It's like a healing balm, nudging the heart towards recovery, lending support to the whole cardiovascular functioning, right? It also supports the rhythm of our arteries, right? So that the rhythm of our arteries, they have to contract and open at a certain rhythm as the heart beats. And so manuka honey helps to keep the rhythm of our arteries at a healthy rate, I guess you'd say. Another way that it helps is, again, what I mentioned before, the utilizing of fats in the body, and especially when we look at blood tests with cholesterol levels and LDL cholesterol and HDL cholesterol and all of that, the consumption of this honey has resulted in greatly reduced levels of LDL cholesterol, which is the ones you don't want very much of, right? And triglycerides, which you don't want very much of. But at the same time, it also boosted the HDL cholesterol, which you want a lot of, right? Excuse me. So it decreases the harmful ones and increases the beneficial ones. That's what we want in our body, right? There's a couple of interesting things that I found today when I was having a quick look through some of the studies. There's some different compounds that have been found in honey that do very specific things. One has been found to protect against heart damage, which is one of the things that I mentioned as well, but also to reverse the harmful effects of heart attack. I mean, that's pretty amazing. And also reverse the harmful effects of heart injuries caused by diabetes. So again, another amazing, amazing food. It helps clear out waste products from our heart cells. It helps to stop the buildup of plaque in the arteries. I mean, just so many different things that play a role in heart health. It helps the heart maintain a steady heartbeat. I mean, it's pretty amazing what this can do. There's another picture here showing, I don't know if you can see that, there's a bee collecting honey from the manuka flower. So that's where we get our honey from, where you see right in that picture there, the bee collecting the pollen. So let's move to the last ingredient I want to talk about, which is thyme oil. And thyme oil, again, has been shown to be a really powerful benefit for those of us that have heart disease, especially heart disease that has been caused mainly by oxidative stress. It was found that thyme oil protected, how can I say this? Biochemical changes that happen in the heart tissue when the heart is moving towards heart disease. Thyme oil protects against that happening. So again, a really powerful ingredient. One of the things about thyme oil is it's a stimulant. So it helps improve circulation in your body. And when we think about that, that would increase blood flow to areas that need extra, oxygen, because blood carries oxygen, right? And this also protects the heart and lowers your chances of blood clots. This oil, thyme oil, is really beneficial for the heart. It's been shown to keep heart valves functioning properly. It's been shown to relax arteries and veins, and what that does is reduces stress on the heart. It's been shown to strengthen the heart muscle and tone up the heart because it's what's called a tonic. So basically, thyme oil is good for every part of heart health. It helps to reduce blood pressure. It actually lowers an overactive heart rate. And again, it works to balance out in a healthy way our cholesterol, right? So it lowers LDL cholesterol and it increases HDL cholesterol in our body, or it helps the body do that, I should say. So thank you, Michael, for those pictures. Excuse me again. I got something in my throat. Yeah. So Another wonderful, wonderful benefit of this incredible product called nanobalance. How many people do you know who could use support for their heart? I mean, pretty much everybody, right? So I want to open it up to and stop talking. This is me, my throat telling me to stop talking. I want to open it up to people who have stories they want to share of using nanobalance. I know we have some people here on the call who have some pretty powerful testimonials, and also anybody that has any questions. So you will have to unmute yourself if you want to start talking, and yeah, go for it.
Krista.
Yes, Trish.
I think people have heard about, the improvement we're getting with Sammy with his dementia. But I also, and there is that possibility because he's always had digestive issues, that nanobalance has huge potential for anybody with digestive issues, it would seem, not just the brain, but digestive issues. But I think also maybe I'd love to know more in terms of what the potential of nanobalance would do for hormonal issues, which is kind of what I am, needing to address, finding that since going into menopause, my ability to retain information just, and I'm changing my diet too. I'm just incorporating more carbohydrates and feeling a whole lot better because of it. But I think also nanobalance is doing that too. I feel calmer and I feel like the brain is working a bit better. So that's probably comments as well as a bit of a question around all that.
Okay. Well, that's a good subject for maybe another call.
I was thinking that, yeah.
Yeah, that's great, actually. There's a couple of good ones, digestion and hormonal issues. So
yeah, whether it's male or female,
Yeah. Oh, yeah, for everybody. Yeah, thanks for that. Good suggestions.
I'd just like to report 3 of my people, all guys, and myself, who have found a great benefit from nanobalance with incontinence in the evening, at night, getting up. One of my guys has just reported that he used to get up 4 or 5 times and now getting up twice.
Wow.
Huge difference when you get your sleep back. And it's happened for me as well. And 2 other, one's on the call, and another one isn't, also happened for people. So that's huge. It seems like a little thing, but if you don't sleep, the rest of your day is a bit rubbish. But when you do, it's great. So, I mean, there's not many other things. I'll let other people talk about theirs, but I just wanted to add that one in because my new man who's also reported this story is very excited about only getting up twice instead of 5 times.
Wow, that's amazing. We've heard that so many times. And just when you just said that, I was just reflecting on myself. I didn't really even think about it, but I sleep right through the night without getting up at all. Like I can do 8 or 9 hours without getting up to use the bathroom. And I used to wake up at least once, sometimes twice. And I didn't put 2 and 2 together till you just said that. I think that's only since I've been doing the nanobalance.
Yeah, makes a difference.
It's huge. Yeah.
That might be a subject for another call.
Yeah.
And why, is it the manuka? Is it the curcumin? And, how does that work? And that would be very interesting because I share the same testimonial. I definitely noticed a decrease in getting up. Sometimes I'll sleep right through the whole night. Feels so good in the morning.
Yeah. I think that's why I have more energy during the day. I'm pretty sure that's why.
And I think, David, you had shared that about you. If you want to update us on that, how that's going for you.
Well, I'm not David, but I'm here. I'm nearly 70 and I don't wake up in the night. I don't wake up to go to the toilet. I do wake up. I used to wake up at 3 in the morning and lie there for an hour and then go back to sleep quite commonly. My main issue was when I did wake up in the morning, first getting up, my shoulder, because I'm sleeping on the right side, my shoulder was sore for a couple of hours, like, no, couldn't quite do everything I want to do with my arm. And also my knee was playing up, like, you know, when you walk and every time I stretch out the leg, I hear a clonk, clonk in my head. And it's like, how long is it going to only clonk before it's something more serious, you know, was in my mind. And after about 6 weeks or sooner, but it takes a while for us to notice those things. By the time I noticed I was about 6 weeks on the nanobalance, I'd wake up in the morning and just get on with my day and didn't even think about it. I had no pain in my shoulder. And that hasn't come back. So this is now probably the 3rd month or so we have the nanobalance.
Mm-hmm.
So, and no more clonking in the knee.
Wow.
And I put it all the results I hear about from people, I put it all down to inflammation. Like nearly every pain has an underlying inflammation somewhere. And if the inflammation goes away, the pain goes away.
Yeah.
And even the getting up at night has, I'm sure, you know, you'll talk about that, but I'm sure it has to do with inflammation. So that's my simple explanation to people. If you want less pain or discomfort, reduce the inflammation, take nanobalance.
Yeah.
I second that, Manfred. I had forgotten that. My shoulder used to always hurt. Now it doesn't. And I'm like you, I've forgotten. Thank you.
It's so easy to forget once we over the
We're
pain.
hardwired to forget.
We never forget the pain while we have it, eh? And then very
Thanks for
quickly.
that.
That's great. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Anybody else have anything they want to share? I love hearing these stories. They're amazing. I mean, how many people do you know who have pain? Really? We have the whole human race out there. So anybody else want to share anything before we wrap up the call? Well, I want to thank you for joining us. Go out and share this amazing product with people. Just about everyone, it's kind of like body balance. Just about everyone on our planet can benefit from this product. It's a powerful, powerful little bottle that people hold in their hands. It can be life-changing for people, truly life-changing. So thank you, everyone, for joining us again. We'll be back next week, same time, to maybe look at, something else that nanobalance can support as we start taking it day by day. And have a look at, if you're using nanobalance, just be aware of how that might be impacting you. Because, like Manfred said, it's so easy to forget something we had when it isn't there anymore. And that's one of the reasons that sometimes I like to do the health questionnaire with people when I start. That's something we've done for many years. And we used to do it with body balance all the time. But with this product, it is just as powerful because people forget and their pain goes away and they start sleeping through the night and all kinds of things happen that we don't realize we've changed. So with that, I want to thank you all Have a wonderful rest of your week, and we will be back next week.